Today's scrapping project, we're going to take this motor off this deck and tear it apart. It's a 4.5 Bowens. First thing we got to do is we got to drain the oil. There's a plug right here. You just take a regular ratchet, you put it in there and take that loose. Most everyone knows, but in case you don't know, I'm going to remove this blade first. It's a 5-inch socket. Dog. Alright, I didn't figure it was going to come off too easy. I usually don't. Yep, man, it's no good. There we go. This thing don't have much power. There we go. Now we got that out of our way. Just take your 3/8 socket, this drain plug. I'm going to put that back in there. There's probably still a little bit of oil in there. Now we have 3 bolts under here that's 1/2 inch that we're going to have to remove. Oh, that's good. That's loose. Looks pretty oily, so one good thing about it, if it leaks oil, it's going to be easy to take off. Sometimes these are not too easy. This one's good. This motor actually runs. I don't know where you could sell these motors. I know the bigger 12 horsepower, 16 horsepower, I know somebody that'll buy those. These small motors like this, I have no idea. I got like about 8 of them. I got about 3 or 4 push mowers. The motors run. Got plenty for backup. I got a couple power washers that the motor run. This one I've been stealing parts off of it. This deck out of here. I don't think I need 10 or 12 motors. What am I going to do with them? Nobody's going to buy these kind of motors. Not that I know. I'm going to clean some of this grease off of here and I'll get right back to you. I already moved this top. Just wanted to show you there's 2 Phillips. Going to remove them first. Once you get underneath there, there's 3 5/16 bolts. Got to remove those. Of course. Why would I think it's going to work? Got to stop thinking that. It's not an impact. Let me break them loose first. There's one on the side here also. You got 1 3/8. and get rid of that. We'll keep working on the top. I'll take this recoil cover off. Got these two in the front of this recoil cover. It's 3/8. Break those loose. I've got a 5/16 on the top of this filler too. Got two on the top of where they're attached to the head. They're 3/8. Got two bolts holding the coil in at a 1/4 inch. Also the tube that the gas goes in, that's 1/4 inch too. We'll break those loose also. I guess you'd call it the gas tube inlet, I would assume. It used to be aluminum, now it's plastic. Next we're going to get the flywheel off. It's just 24 millimeter, but I believe it's 15/16 in standard. You're gonna have to have something to hold the flywheel from spinning. I guess you could probably do that if you left the blade on. I wanted to get it off the deck though. Now we got some more 1/4 inch screws on this apparatus here. Not for sure exactly what that's, some kind of oil journal, I think. You have to remove this 3/8 bolt from this governor. Get this governor arm out of here. Now we're going to take the muffler off. Got these little tabs right here. You got to bend them back before you get these bolts out of here. 7/16. Got a couple of 3/8 bolts to remove off this valve plate. Now we have a 1/4 inch bolt in this heat shield. We have to remove that to get this shield off of here. Now we're going to remove the spark plug. 21 millimeter or 13/16. Next is the head bolts. 1/2 inch. We're going to have to break them loose first, I'm sure. That one's loose. I can see why it didn't run too good. Not even tight. Now I gotta try to remove this piece that holds the blade. Most of the time them get seized on there. We got lucky on this one. Now we can remove this bottom plate off this motor. Them are 3/8 bolts. I'm going to remove this oil plug also. Should be able to remove this camshaft and its mechanisms in here. Should be able to get this governor arm out of there. There we go. Alright, we got that out. Looks like we still got a bolt here in one of these plates. 3/8. Some kind of shield. Got one we missed. I'm gonna try to get that connecting rod out of there. That's probably 5/16. Now we got to remove these valve springs. These could be a little tricky. I'm gonna try not to get in the way so you can see. I don't know if it's possible. Right, there's a little slot in that. You see this groove here, then you're going to know which way you got to move it. Find that groove, and you're going to have to push in on the opposite side. Okay, here's our groove. I'm going to turn it 180 degrees. Here we go. That's the exhaust valve. That's going to be a little sticky. Then we got this end seal to knock out of here. Little pins, we got to get them out of there too. Now we got the piston. Piston's got a little keeper in here holding this pin. Gonna have to get that out of there first. Flip it over. It should come right out of there. To remove the rings from the piston. Want to be careful with these, they can cut you pretty easy. Just go slow, it'll be alright. This flywheel, if you want to recover aluminum, you're going to have to bust these magnets out of there. They're not going to like that. I mean, it depends on the junkyard. The one I go to, they're not going to like it. Here's all the components to the lawnmower motor. Let's weigh it up. 10 pounds of steel. 9 pounds of aluminum. These are the remaining components that I did not recover valuable metals from because I can use these parts.